The Transformer fandom, the fandom of fans of Transformers, not only are they filled with crybabies, they're also filled with hypocrites. Okay, so yesterday, just before I went to bed, I came across an interesting video. Basically, a guy was throwing a fit about how much Transformers now cost in today's market. That would have been one thing. I would have been like, okay, this guy's, airing a grievance. No problem with that. We all have the right to air our grievance. However, I draw the line when this idiot, he basically bought the items that he was complaining about the price of. That's right. We have one of those people. One of those people that will buy an item and complain about how much it costs for him to buy that item. Even when he talked about how he stood there holding that figure and wondering about it, he still bought it. And people wonder why I have no remorse or no compassion or no empathy or no sympathy for the Transformers fandom. They're full of loser crybaby hypocrites. Let's get to the video, shall we? Okay, let's get this started. 3, 2, 1.
I am at my breaking point with Hasbro, and honestly, everybody should feel the same way too. Because this
Okay, this is one aspect of YouTube that I truly wish would go away. Maybe it's because I'm getting older and, in my old age, I guess you could say. I would just like to see the person who's actually talking. I would actually like to see the person who's talking. You know, it seems like they are uncomfortable with themselves. So instead of trying to just go on camera and put together an argument, it doesn't even have to be like a good argument. Just giving it a try. Instead of doing something like that, they hide. They refuse to come on camera, and they use clips of television shows or whatever else to try and prove their points or try to add extra gravitas. And it's annoying. It's annoying. That's basically what it is.
is ridiculous. Buying Transformers now is for the rich.
Okay, so basically right off the bat, you have one of these common videos that has recently become a new trend that insert title of this has become a product of the rich or along that line. I recently saw something like this when it came to video gaming. Video gaming is now only for the rich. And it's a sad trend I'm starting to see.
Hasbro has become a greedy company that has taken advantage of our loyalty by constantly increasing the prices of its product while pushing low quality that isn't up to the standard it once was, and therefore has killed the experience of buying a simple Transformers toy, a pleasure experience turned into a financial nightmare.
Basically, they're just upset that they had to pay more. That's the price. That's what comes with inflation. That's what. And the thing is, here's the thing. I'm going to, I'm going to say it right now before he even gets to it. This guy acknowledges. He acknowledges the reasoning of the price increases. He acknowledges it. He'll even talk about it in this video. Not only does he talk about it in this video, he talks about how he continues to buy the product that he claims is getting too much. And then at the end of the video, which you will see, he talks about ways you can show Hasbro you are not going to take it anymore. And one of the ways that you do not have to take it anymore is do not buy the product. This guy is literally what is wrong with this fandom. And I hate the fandom. I hate the Transformers fandom with a goddamn passion. You could break the fandom down into several categories. Hypocrisy is one of those categories.
And it's only going to get worse from here. And we're all fools for playing along Hasbro's dirty game. A couple days ago, I was at my local Walmart just doing my normal shopping when I came across the new wave for the Age of the Prime figures. Figures that I actually was really looking forward to getting, like Leader Class Liege Maximo, Age of the Prime Smokescreen.
Okay, from the way he's talking, let's play a little game, ladies and gentlemen. Let's play a quick game. From the way he's talking, do you think he buys the product? And if the answer is Jeff, you already told us the answer is yes. You're right, he did. I was just trying to be a smart ass.
Cliff Jumper, Animated Ratchet, and other figures along the line. And I kid you not, I stood in front of the Transformers section in the toy aisle for about, I want to say 15 minutes. Why do you ask? Well, because I was deciding on whether to spend my money on these figures.
And if he was really intent on wanting to send a message to Hasbro that this shit would not last or would not stand, sorry about that, that it would not stand, he would not buy those products. But by buying those products, Jesus Christ, Jeff, by buying those products, he is basically affirming to Hasbro that they can basically shit in his hand and tell him that it's scrambled eggs. I would have had more respect for this guy if he actually said, no, I did not buy those figures because I feel that due to the cost increase, the plastic quality or whatever, I do not feel that it's worth my money. I would have been like, hey, this guy is actually standing by something he believes in. But the fact is that he bought, not only did he buy 2 Transformers, one of the Transformers is one of the most expensive Transformers, which is Liege Maximo. But then he's going to go out on record and say that it's too much. This guy, like the rest of the fandom, wants their cake and eat it too. The sad fact is, it just does not work that way.
Money that I earned slaving away at my real life job. So after those 15 minutes went by, I bought 2 figures. I grabbed Leader Class Liege Maximo and Age of the Prime's Animated Ratchet. And I kid you not, these 2 figures cost me $90. 90.
I'm sorry, I do not feel bad for you. I do not feel bad for you. You knew what you were getting into when you bought those figures. You knew you were going to be buying a higher priced item. You don't get to buy the figure and go, oh my God, I had to spend $90. It's not fair. It's not fair. Where's my mommy to hold me and rub my back right now? It's not fair. Why am I having to pay $90 for this? It doesn't fucking work that way. You either buy the item and you shut the fuck up, or you actually do not buy the item, you have some integrity, and you can continue to speak from your soapbox.
$90. 90. Now, I'm sure you're probably telling yourself, Pessimistic Prime, nobody's forcing you to buy these figures. And you're 100% correct.
You're goddamn right.
Nobody told me to buy these figures. So I'm well aware that, yes, I am complaining and whining.
You're a hypocrite. You are a hypocrite. You are what basically I'll make you a bet that this guy probably rails against people who does shit like this.
About these prices, and yet nobody is forcing me to buy these figures. But let me just say this. I love Transformers.
That's not a shield. That is not an excuse. You cannot use the excuse of I like Transformers as a shield to hide behind, claiming that that Hasbro is charging too much while you simultaneously buy the product you say that is too much. It does not work that way. If you don't like it, you may not like the truth, but at the end of the day, it's still the fucking truth.
I love buying figures. I grew up with these things since I was 5 years old. But what I don't like is feeling like I blew the bank on just buying one figure.
This guy literally sounds like he just wants basically something for either dirt cheap or basically for free. And it makes me wonder, is this guy a Democrat? Because they love getting stuff for free.
And anytime I come across a figure that looks badass and is held in high regard, yeah, I'm gonna want to buy the figure. Yes, it feels like I'm giving up my arm and leg just to get that one figure. And yes, I do drive home, banging my head into my steering wheel, asking myself, Pessimistic Prime, why did you do?
And at which point, I do not feel bad. I do not feel bad. You spent that money. You gave Hasbro your money. Do you think that Hasbro is going to give a flying shit if you are on your YouTube channel now throwing a fit about how much you paid? No, they got your money. They got your money. They got my money. They got everybody's money who buys these products. They are not going to give two pennies if we're upset because at that point they already got our money. They already got our money. It does not fucking work that way, dude.
That?
Why?
And as of lately, that has been my reaction to buying a new Transformer. Why am I wasting my money on figures that aren't even worth their price?
Now, I'm not sure this is that guy's footage. If it was, you know he's not going to throw it away. He already spent the money. Oh, he may be a raging dumb fuck, I guess, and he may have actually thrown it away, but I don't think he did. Judging on the fact that the bag in the garbage can was empty, yeah, I'm pretty sure that he pulled it out. Once again, this is slop drama that this guy is doing right now. He's trying to get sympathy from the fucktards who infest the fandom. And believe me, I looked through the comments on this guy's video, and there are a lot of comments, and it's like the stupidest of stupid dumb fucks that are just constantly affirming everything this guy says.
Point. Some of them are good figures, but yet they just feel way overpriced and not worth it. And that kills.
Really? Studio Series 86 is overpriced? Considering what you got, I think it's a damn good deal.
The fun of collecting these figures. These prices that Hasbro has for these figures now, today, in current time, is absolutely ridiculous.
Not a great plan.
It is.
You know, if you literally took out all of these clips that this guy is using, I'm pretty sure his video would be at least 75% shorter.
Absurd, and it is greedy as hell. No.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Hey guys, did you know that corporations answer to a board of investors, and that board of investors requires a lot of money? Who would have thought? Who would have thought that this would happen? Who would have thought that a business is in operation to make money? Like I said, I really think this guy's a Democrat.
Nobody wants to go out there and buy a leader class figure that's the size of a Voyager class for $60. I don't want to do that. I want to buy these figures. And that's where my frustration comes in. So let's look at the numbers. Because in 2018, when the Studio Series line first launched, deluxe class figures were $20.
Okay, for some reason he's bringing up Studio Series, which is his right, because he did show, oh god, Soundwave. Studio Series 86 Soundwave. However, the two figures that he bought was, Liege Maximo and Ratchet. They're part of Age of the Primes. They're not Studio Series. If he really wanted to do a price comparison of, non-Studio Series, it should have been like, he should have done a price comparison of, Age of the Primes with let's go with War for Cybertron Siege.
Voyager class figures were $30, leader class figures were $50. Now today, deluxe classes range from $25 to $30. Voyager classes are range from $35 to $45, and leader class figures are range from $55 to $60. And commander class figures are range from $90 to $100 or more.
By the way, I'm still looking for that goddamn Onslaught. I'm still looking for Onslaught. That guy is becoming like a fucking like a legend. Did they actually produce this guy? That I've seen pictures. I know this guy is out there. I just can't seem to find him.
Depending on which figure you get. And just for shits and giggles, I'm going to read you guys the price points for the original mainline Revenge of the Fallen figures back in 2009.
It's been 84 years.
For the deluxe class figures, they range from $13 to $15. Voyager class figures range from $20 to $23. And leader class figures were around $40. And each class meant something. Deluxe class figures were the core of the line and felt like an easy pickup. Voyager classes were a jump in size and were more complex and held strong value. And leader class figures were the premium tier, large figures that had electronic features and focused on more ambitious characters.
Let's talk about something that he just said there regarding electronic features. If Hasbro, if Hasbro included electronic features in the current generation of Transformers, this guy's complaining about the prices now. Can you imagine what he would do if we got, let's say we got a Legion Maximo with light up eyes, with like spring loaded accessories, you know, the whole kit and caboodle, basically. Can you imagine what he would do when he saw the price of that figure?
And it's not just Transformers. Earlier this morning, I was on YouTube and I had noticed that Hasbro made a post about a new lightsaber that was for pre-order. And when I looked at it, it was a Elite Mall electronic lightsaber that was priced out to $270. And with taxes and shipping, that's going to come out to about $300. The issue here is, it's just one side of his lightsaber. Last time I checked, I think Darth Maul has a double-bladed lightsaber, right? And yet, they're charging people $300 for just one side of his lightsaber.
And if the Star Wars fandom, if the people in that fandom buy it, then they deserve the ridicule that they get. Because they'll probably be the ones that buy the product and then that are going to go on to YouTube and go, I can't believe I spent $300 for this. No mercy for me, no compassion. Just like this fucktard that I'm talking about here in this video. No fucking compassion. You bought the product, you get what you get. You don't see me, you know, going on camera and saying, oh my god, I bought Studio Series 86 Ultra Magnus and it cost so much money. It cost so much money. I can't believe I had to pay that. No, because I know what it is that I got into. The answer is quite simple. If you want to enjoy your hobby, you're going to need to pay for it. And if you need to pay for it, you may need to get a job or two. Nothing is free.
What the fuck? What is going on over here, man? Oh my god, are you kidding me? $300 for one side of Darth Maul's lightsaber? Another perfect example is they just released a Marvel Rivals Venom that comes with Jeff the Land Shark for $65. You're paying $65 for a 6-inch figure? What in the world? That's not even the worst of them. And that worst being Tron Legacy.
Yeah.
For Tron Legacy, Hasbro came out with a figure 4-pack. For how much? For $140.
Oh my god, it's almost like that they are in the business to make money.
For 4 figures. Wow, man. And then another product for Tron Legacy, they're coming out with a Tron Legacy Light Cycle Power Pack with a 6-inch Sam Flynn figure for $100. $100, man. This is crazy. This is the epitome of greed. How can an average person...
This guy, I find it funny that he's talking about how you know, the business is being greedy and everything. But I'll make you a bet that there's things in his life that he's greedy about. I'll make you a bet. I'll make you a bet that if this guy has a vehicle, which he claims to do, and if somebody came to him and goes, hey, can you give me a ride? He'd probably ask for gas money because he's greedy. Like everybody else, he's greedy. You're greedy. I'm greedy. Everybody is greedy. And if you say you're not greedy, oh, I'm not greedy, you're a fucking liar. You're a liar. The fact that this guy is basically insinuating that he wants his figures to be dirt cheap, that's greed right there. He doesn't want to part ways with his money. He's greedy. He's a Scrooge McDuck, in other words.
Afford to buy these things. Hasbro has done the unthinkable, and they have priced out the consumers who...
No, Hasbro did not price out the consumers. Hasbro priced out the leeches. They priced out the people who want the most but are willing to give the bare minimum. That's who they priced out. The people who have paying jobs like I do that, that I had to grind to get into. No, I don't have a problem paying those prices. Hasbro priced out the people that likes to abuse the system, the people who like to stay on welfare and food stamps and all that shit.
Kept them in business for all of these years. It's no longer just for us average Joes. It's no longer for lower class or lower middle class people. It's now for people who are part of the wealthy side of the.
Oh my god. Why would I not be shocked if this dipshit here does not join protests against the big orange fucktard in office?
Middle class and above. It's for the rich people, and it's no longer for us.
The rich people are holding me down. I can't buy Liege Maximo for next to nothing. Oh, I'm so fucking upset. Oh, boo-hoo me. Oh, woe is me. Oh my god, grow up. Seriously, grow up. This sort of entitlement went out after the dullard left the White House, and we got replaced by orange retard.
Do you see where I'm trying to get here? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
That these new price points that Hasbro put on these figures, it's not worth it. A deluxe.
Okay, it's not worth it. But he still bought it. And this goes back to the argument I just, that I already gave. Do you think Hasbro's going to care that this fucktard is upset? They got his money already.
Class figure now cost what a Voyager class figure did back in the day. You mean to tell me that Studio Series 86 Cliffjumper, which is the size of my thumb, is going to be $28? You're telling me that this little
Okay, this is actually something I'm going to kind of talk about towards the end of this video here.
thing right here is worth $30? Yeah, nah. No. Now I know that you have to take into consideration tariffs, production costs have gone up, inflation.
Oh my god, he just literally named like 3 driving costs there: tariffs, production, and resources. It's like this guy has a brain that is like partitioned into 2 pieces. Part 1 says, gives him the reasoning. The other part of his brain is like, we cannot accept that. So we're just going to basically live in our little bubble and basically not care what, the reasoning is.
Get that. That all plays a part into why these prices have gone up. I get that. I understand.
Then why are you here making this video? Why are you here making this video? Unless the whole message is that this guy, this fucktard literally wants something for free.
That, but at the same time, it's just not realistic, people. And we have the right to sit here.
Well, apparently it is realistic because people like you and me are buying the things. The only difference is I'm not complaining because I realize that that's just the price of having a hobby. Things go up. Prices go up. When the price gets to the point that I'm no longer comfortable with, guess what I'm just going to do? I'm just going to stop collecting. I'm not going to go to YouTube and make a video about it. And if I do make a video, it'll be basically because I didn't buy the figure and I'll just talk about it. But you don't see me going onto YouTube saying, I bought this figure, but then I'm going to complain about buying the said figure.
Here and say, that's not right. It's not fair. And you're pricing out your consumers. And to add insult to injury, with them upping these prices, they're pushing out product that isn't even up to.
Yes. Oh my god, I love this. I don't buy Bayverse figures. I think they're ugly as fuck. Like these 2 figures here. But I just love the fact that there is such a fucking hype, like a hate train for these figures. And the figures didn't even come out yet.
The standard of when it first launched back in 2018. That is not even worth these price points that have really bad quality. I'm looking at you, 86 Astro Train, you piece of shit.
Oh, Yes, we got Astro Chain. We got an Astro Chain hater here, guys. Oh my god, this guy is like he is a carbon copy of the fandom at this point. Wants free items, wants items that look a specific way, and fuck Hasbro. Give me free stuff.
Absolutely blows my mind how they're going to force expensive price points onto us, but yet put out figures that aren't even worth that money, aka Evasion Mode Optimus Prime, Age of Extinction Bumblebee, Rise of the Beast Scourge. It doesn't make sense to me. It is.
And I'll make you bet this guy's gonna buy them because he already showed by his own admission that he doesn't care what the price is. He's gonna buy it. He's gonna buy it. He's gonna buy it, and then he's gonna complain because he's a little cuck.
Just so hysterical because I sit here and I laugh because I'm like, God, Lee, we're all fools and we're all just going along with it.
Actually, no. I'm not a fool because I know what I'm getting into. You're a fool because you bought something you're not happy with, and now you figure that since you bought it, you're going to throw a fit about it. When you had a chance to literally look, hold on, I'll get a figure just for example. Okay, so let's switch back over. Okay, so let's say imagination time, ladies and gentlemen. It's imagination time. I'm at Walmart, and I have here Brawl. Yeah, it's Brawl. Sorry, Brawl from Age of the Primes. If this guy was actually smart, he would be looking at this figure and go, wow, gee whiz. They're wanting between 25 and 30 bucks or whatever the price is for this. I'm just not sure. Yeah, I'm going to have to pass. Put it back on the shelf. No. Oh God, it's so fucking expensive. Okay, I'm going to buy it. Whereas somebody logical would look at me like, and if it's above what they figure it's worth, like, oh geez, 25, 30, sorry, pass. That's what this guy would have done. Oh, fuck. Hold on. Okay, I apologize about that. I forgot to fix one of the settings and reset the video. So I think this is kind of where I left off. If it isn't, fuck it. Let's continue on anyway.
And that they don't have to worry about quality. We're just going to eat it all up. We're going to buy every single figure because we want to add it to our collection.
Actually, no, not everybody is like that. You may be like that, but there are figures that I have refused to buy any more of. Let's go with the Junkions, for example. I have... Oh, hold on, let me get it. I'll be right back. Okay, so case in point. Hold on, let's see if this works this time. Okay, case in point. Not everybody buys the figures. This idiot may. I don't. Let's go with the Junkions, for example. Here I have the Legacy Evolution Trash Master. I refuse to buy the Age of the Primes. I think it's Age of the Primes Wreck-Gar. It's basically a remold of, or yeah, recolor of this figure. You're wondering to yourself, Jeff, why do you still have a figure that is from Legacy Evolution, in its box? And to be quite honest, I have the previous Junkions that came out in the Legacy line, and I just became so fucking disenfranchised with these figures that I cannot even bring myself to literally to open this figure up. I just can't. Every goddamn Junkion from that product line has bad QC issues. I bought this figure when it was first, or I pre-ordered it when it was first announced. It arrived. But by that point, I looked at this thing and I'm like, I just can't. I just can't. That's why I refuse to buy the Wreck-Gar from Age of the Primes. It's because I know ultimately I'm going to get this, which I already have several of the other Junkions, and I know what the QC is like. No, thank you. No, thank you. That's what logical people would do. But guys like this fucktard here, he is going to buy something, and then he's going to complain about that item.
And they're not wrong. Pretty much all of us want to add these figures to our massive Transformer collection. But at what cost? Does that mean that you have to miss out on paying month's rent?
If your housing situation is so precarious that buying one transformer could put you over the edge into homelessness. Maybe you should be reevaluating your life goals. Or, like I said, most likely a Democrat who's living off of the system. Take your pick.
Or forgetting to pay the light bill or water bill? Is it really worth it? Collecting Transformer figures used to be a pleasure. It used to be fun. Now it feels like you have to go sit with an accountant to make sure that you can go over there and buy 86 Cliffjumper on the shelf. It doesn't feel fun anymore. And they're taking advantage of us, and they're taking advantage of our loyalty to the brand. And the question that remains is, what happens next? For starters, I do know a lot of people are starting to switch over to getting third-party figures. Yes, they can be a little bit more expensive.
Wait a minute. I do not buy third-party Transformers. But the fact is that he admits that they are more expensive. Okay, let's hear this.
But at the end of the day, it can be worth your money. There's really only
Is it so much is the issue so much the price or the source? Because you would think that with this fucktard and the logic that he's going with, that if Hasbro costs so much, you're paying like 60 to 70 to 80 to $100 for certain figures. If third party are roughly the same price, which I don't know because I don't buy them, you would think that he would actively be raging against that also. I'm sorry, but if it sounds like a hypocrite, looks like a hypocrite, and smells like a hypocrite, it's a hypocrite.
one piece of advice that I can give to everyone on how to make our voices heard by Hasbro. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but spoiler alert, Hasbro doesn't care about its customers.
The fuck you say? The fuck you say? Oh my god. Like I said, this goes back to the whole idea that this guy's brain, it is not wired correctly. It's not wired correctly. He acknowledges certain things, but he doesn't want to goddamn do what's right, I guess. The reason I'm not throwing a fit about the price is, like I mentioned over and over, like a broken record already, is because I just know that's the cost of having a hobby. I would be a hypocrite if I bought something and then I complained about it and then I go, we shouldn't be buying it.
Like every other big corporation out there. And they don't care about what you post online. They won't care about what I'm saying in this video today.
Yeah, because they already got your money. Dummy. Like DSP Gaming. Thanks for the money, dummy.
But what they do care about, though, is your wallet. You want to make your voices heard? Don't buy their products. Plain and simple. Be stingy with your money. Make them earn your hard-earned money. At the end of the day, we hold the power. Now, I'm not calling for a full-on boycott.
No, he's just wanting to get, he's just basically doing this to hear himself. He's doing this to hear himself, and that way he can also try and gather up as many dumb fuck viewers as possible that support him. And trust me, like I said, I looked through that comment page or the comment section of his video, and there's a bunch of fucking retards. There's a bunch of idiots out there.
On Hasbro. If you see a figure that you really like and really want to get, then buy it. That's your money. You get to do whatever you want with it. Don't.
Then you shouldn't be able to, you should not have the right to complain about the price then. If you buy a figure knowing how much it is, you're basically shooting yourself in the foot then. You know what you're buying. You know what the cost is. Jesus fucking Christ. Are we sure this guy doesn't live in a group home or something?
Let me, some amateur on YouTube, tell you what to do with your money. But it's a shame that we are here at this point and that Hasbro has priced out its customers that kept them in business for so long, and that they have killed the love of collecting these figures, all because of greed. And it shouldn't have to be this way. We all love Transformers and we want to see the brand succeed, but not at the cost of our wallets. And it shouldn't have to be this way, but the worst may be yet to come. I'll still buy a Studio Series figure here and
So he openly admits he's still going to buy these figures that he says are too much. He said it right there, ladies and gentlemen. He said it right there. He's still going to buy. So what's the point of this video? What's the point of this video?
There, but just not at the rate I did before, and that's unfortunate. I really want to see things turn around, but it's hard to be hopeful when I'm paying $90 for 2 figures. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see. At least we still have Blockies in YOLO Park for now.
Okay, so hold on, let me finish this up. There it goes. Okay. So basically earlier in this video, I talked about how I wanted to go back to something that, that caught my eye. And that is this. I saw this image here. This is part of the gameplay of, that he was that of the game that you saw throughout this video. I did some research now. This is from a game called Fortnite. And Fortnite, and I figured, you know what? I'm kind of curious about Fortnite. And I did some research, and come to find out, the person he is playing, the character he's playing, that is a skin of the John Wick. Apparently they Fortnite did a crossover with John Wick a while ago. I'm not sure exactly when. But this made me think, how much was that skin? Now, apparently, let's see here. I asked and I did some research. The apparently the John Wick skin, it's not part of like a free battle pass or anything. You actually have to spend money or virtual currency, which you actually end up having to spend legitimate money to get, And looks like the outfit was strictly locked behind an item shop counter for 2,000 V-Bucks. Now, here you go. Here, in-game price, the official John Wick Legendary collaboration cost 2,000 V-Bucks on its own, or 2,400 V-Bucks for the bundle. Basically, I'm guessing you get the John Wick skin plus the battle pass or whatever. Here's what the real cash equivalent is. He spent somewhere between $23 to $25 for 2,800 V-Bucks to buy a 2,000 V-Buck cosmetic, a digital skin. This guy is getting upset. This guy is getting upset at the fact that Studio Series 86 Cliff Jumper will cost around, like, say, $30. But it looks like from his gameplay video, unless he ripped it from somebody else, if he did not rip that video from anybody else and that was him playing the game, he spent between 2,000 to 2,400 V-Bucks, which is between, what was it again? Hold on, what was it again? Hold on, let me pull it back up. Hold on. It was between $23 to $25 out of pocket. Yet he will throw a fit. He will throw a fit about the cost of Cliff Jumper when he would rather buy a digital content. By the way, these things are not permanent. Digital content is not permanent. The moment, let's say worst case scenario. Let's say something happens and the creators of Fortnite, whatever company it is, they are sued into oblivion, and the court orders them to shut down that game. You shut down that game, you disable those servers. You cannot even play that game anymore. 99% odds are that DLC, that the content or whatever, it's gone. It's digital. It's gone. It's the same way it is kind of like with DSP Gaming and WWE Champions. If WWE Champions went belly up, the nearly $1 million that DSP Gaming spent on that game, gone forever. This guy is willing to spend that much money on digital content, but then again, a hobby that he loves, he can't spend $25 to $30 for a physical in-hand object. Hypocrite, ladies and gentlemen. Hypocrite. But that's all I have to literally say. That I saw this video and I just want to give you my thoughts. So that's it. Goodbye.